to say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all? All right, thank you. Thank you. Once again for the opportunity to interact with each and every one of you individually and all of you together collectively. We thank you for this gift you are giving to us. Let us begin this transmission with the title, 30 Days of Disclosure. Now, we have talked about recently the idea that there is a protocol list of things that are done when we begin to interact with a new civilization. And we have indicated all the different steps, stages, phases of this and indicated approximately where you are on this list in terms of what phase is coming up next. So right now, what we are about to suggest as an experiment is part of these protocols, part of accelerating the idea of open contact, and as with many of the protocols on the list, it will involve us observing what it is you do with this and noticing how what you choose to do changes the energy, accelerates the energy. So this experiment is not just about what effect it might have on others, but what effect it has within you, including your willingness to participate in it. So let us begin by asking this question. How many of you would prefer to have disclosure of ET information? So not that many then. All right. Are you willing to help bring this about in a more accelerated way? All right. Up to you. This is not something that you are forced to do, not something that you should do, not something that you have to do, but it will be fun and it will be simple. But I will let you know that if you are willing to commit to doing this, it will make a big difference. So, here we go. You may even wish, if you have access to it, to write down what we're about to say. You don't have to. You'll be able to understand it simply later. It can be repeated easily by anyone who has written it down. You can share this. Are you ready? Who is not ready? No, all right. Are you ready now? All right. So, wherever it is that is easiest for you to acquire them, they do not have to be fancy. They can be very, very inexpensive. It doesn't matter. Allow yourself to purchase 90 postcards. 90 postcards. Very simple. 2 sides, place for one of your stamps, place for the address it's going to on one side, place for you to write something on the other side. Very simple. Again, nothing fancy. Anything that can be delivered by your mail service is fine. But 90 postcards. Now, on one side where the address goes, you're going to write 3 lines. The first line will say, "The President of the United States." The second line will say, "The White House." And the third line will say, "Washington, D.C." No return address is necessary. None whatsoever. Now, flip it over on the other side. You will write also 3 lines. The first line will be UFO disclosure The second line will be by 2020. And the third line will be, we'll get our vote. So in total, it will say UFO disclosure by 2020 will get our vote. Now, you have coming up 3 months before the end of your year, October, November, December. Put stamps on your postcards, and beginning on October 1st, which will also coincide with other experiments going on by other people regarding disclosure around your planet, stick it in the mail. 1 postcard each day for 30 days in October. Each day, 1 postcard. Mail it off beginning on the 1st. Doesn't matter if the month has more days than 30. Just do it 30 days in a row. Doesn't matter if there is a holiday or anything like that where the mail may not be working. Just put it out there each day for 30 days in October. Then, on the 1st of November, once again, mail out the beginning of the next 30 on the 1st and for 30 days. 1 each day, go and mail it. 1 postcard a day. And on the beginning of December for 30 days. 3 times 30, 90 postcards, 1 each day for 30 days in a row in October, 30 days in a row in November, 30 days in a row in December. That's it. It's that simple. This will have an effect that we will measure, and by measuring the effect, not only in who is receiving your postcards, but also in the way you are sending them, your willingness to participate, your commitment to this, will tell us a lot about where the energy is and allow us to see the adjustments in the energy more clearly and be able to calculate more precisely the time frame for disclosure in your culture. So, do this 30, 30, 30 days of disclosure, 90 cards, 90 days, and we'll see where we're at. There will be other things that will be added to this in your upcoming year of 2017 after we take a reading on what this has done. But this is one of the participatory experiments that we will be handing out to you for your choice to participate in if this is exciting to you. Up to you. So thank you for your participation ahead of time, and we will keep you posted. Pun intended. In return now, for the gift that you are giving us, I ask, in what way may we be of service to you with your questions and dialogue?
Oh, it'll take a day to you this day of your time. How are you? Thank you. All right, we shall begin this transmission. First and foremost, by once again deeply thanking each and every one of you for co-creating this interaction with all of us. Each and every time you are willing to co-create these interactions with us, you give us the great gift of experiencing creation through your eyes. And this is beautiful to us and expansive. We thank you thus then for this opportunity to expand our understanding of creation through each and every one of you, even as we share our perceptions as well. Let us begin this transmission with the understanding that, as has been named, this transmission shall be a message from Sirius, a Sirius connection. Many of you that were in attendance last night of your time recognized a great degree of acceleration in the delivery of the initial transmission. This acceleration of energy was representative to some degree of a blending at that time with Sirius energy, bringing through a much higher frequency of energy, of consciousness, so that you could, in a sense, be infused, or in your language, pumped up with that energy, so that it would begin to carry you through and across the tunnel and the bridge to 2013, giving you that extra boost, as you say, that momentum to carry you through, to span over your winter solstice date of December 21st, 2012, to simply cross through, pass through that point, and to begin to allow your energy to connect, to bridge and connect to the other side of 2013 and beyond, the years beyond, to allow that momentum to carry you through so that you can have a much more effortless crossing, joyful crossing, creative crossing. Thus today, in having given you that boost, the energy now can simply expand in a different way and may seem to be coming through more slowly, but it is more simply representative of the idea that you are now floating with that energy, that it has buoyed you up and girdled you up and allowed you to simply now rest in a peaceful state in what we call the infinite void. The idea being that as you actually accelerate, and as you experience the idea of more acceleration, and approach the idea of being able to perceive the infinite acceleration that always exists, you begin to recognize, realize, and viscerally experience tangibly that infinite acceleration means that you are everywhere at once, and being everywhere at once means that you feel like you are standing perfectly still. Because when you know you are here and now and everywhere at once, then there is no need to rush about. You simply know that all places and all times and all experiences and all situations exist with you now. And that manifestation of these things is not the idea of attracting something to yourself from somewhere else. It is simply the idea of matching the frequency of what already exists within you so that it becomes perceivable and experiential to you. Thus, you do not have to strive and stretch to go anywhere. All you need to do is be perfectly more here and now to experience all the things that need to unfold in your life in the most perfectly timed, synchronous way. Do you follow this logic? Yes. Thus then understand that also what you are experiencing right now is also the blending of Sirius energy on another level. The idea being now that this Sirius energy will deliver this message in this way so that you may absorb the information on a different level, in a different way, and at a different pace now that you have been primed and prepped for the idea of tapping into your infinite acceleration. It can now be delivered in this relaxing fashion so as to simply allow you for peaceful absorption, balanced absorption of the information that is now going to be delivered in this transmission. We shall thus then thank you for allowing us to give you this transmission, to send this transmission and receive from you also your energy of sharing. We are now coming from the idea of a high level of non-physical, serious consciousness in a more expanded way that you will become more and more familiar with through the course of your year of 2013. More and more of this energy will be being sent, or more precisely, more and more of this energy will be being perceived by you as you become more receptive antennas to the idea of the Sirius energy through your year of 2013 and the years beyond. So let us now talk a little bit about what is going to happen in these upcoming 2013 moments of transmission for all who wish to participate and partake in these co-creations. Some of the changes that will be being experienced in your year of 2013 with respect to these transmissions shall be as follows. Many of these transmissions, both from the blended Sirius energy and from the higher level Esasani energy as it becomes the Eshakani energy, going through its own transition, shall take different form in terms of these interactions on a number of occasions. What will now, in a sense, begin will be more than the idea of questions and answers. Though questions and answers will still exist in many of these formats, the idea shall shift a bit to allow you the opportunity to express yourselves more fully through different kinds of interactions with us. You shall become more capable of being responsible in these interactions, which is simply, again, another way of saying to increase your ability to respond and to make statements within yourself instead of always asking questions, knowing that if you have the ability to perceive a question within you, then that means the answer must lie somewhere within. And so all it will take is taking those little bent over question marks and straightening them out into exclamation points. This shall be expressed through the kind of interaction as follows in many ways, though this will not be the only way that this will be expressed. Thus then, the idea is that we shall begin what can be called a metaphysical masterclass, MMC for short if you wish, in the interest of being efficient in your language. The metaphysical masterclass shall take many different forms, but among those forms shall be your opportunity to interact with us by statements and by story and by the idea that we shall borrow from your society and from the other things that the channel does with regard to the ideas you call movies. For you shall be telling your own stories as you would tell the story of a movie. And you shall, in that sense, thus then, in these interactive masterclasses, pitch your story to us. The idea thus, Ben, is that these will be 3-minute pitches. We give you this information now to give you time to prepare for the upcoming year of 2013 to get your story straight. In these 3-minute pitches, what you will be doing is taking different situations and circumstances in your life, a single situation, a single circumstance at a time in these pitches, and over the course of the 3-minute pitch that you will be delivering to us shall be the first minute for the idea of how you answered the call to adventure. When something happened, when something cropped up, when something occurred in your life in a particular situation, you shall describe in very efficient terms how it is that you arrived at the point where you allowed yourself to make the choice to answer that call and explore that circumstance and situation in a very bold way. Minute number 2 shall be a description by you of all the challenges that came up to represent the themes that you chose to explore in answering that call to adventure. So you shall describe all the different challenges that you have created for yourself, which includes all the different definitions that go hand in hand with those challenges as they may have been brought to your conscious attention. Minute number 3 shall be the description of how you transformed all these challenges into more excitement and more joy and more uplifting energy. So it shall be a 3-minute pitch divided into 3 segments of answering the call, describing the challenges, and expressing the transformation. This shall be part and parcel of the Metaphysical Masterclass format that shall be introduced in your year of 2013 in many of these interactions, giving you an opportunity to be more bold in your statements, more defined in the idea of the expression of your reality, and give you more practice in learning how to truly choose those vibrational parallel realities that are part and parcel and more representative and reflective of the realities you prefer to experience. Do you understand? Thus then, you will also find other things shall be occurring in 2013 with respect to these transmissions, with respect to these interactions. And by the introduction of the Metaphysical Masterclass, it shall also be an opportunity to increase and enhance your sensitivity to the idea of definitions and belief systems within you. And we will work very closely with you in a variety of ways to truly, as you say, zero in on those definitions and allow yourself the opportunity to truly experience that moment of pause, that moment of balance, that moment in the infinite peaceful void where you have the opportunity to truly stand still with all of the definitions you have created within your personality structure. And so to truly examine and truly explore and truly be more willing to bring to the surface all those ideas that may have been compartmentalized within you, and in bringing them forward holistically, to create yourself to function in harmony and in relationship with your higher mind as a much more holistic person on your experience of the physical journey, so that you can elevate that physical journey experience to a much higher domain, a higher frequency, and truly allow yourself the visceral, tangible experience of the shift from third to fourth density in a much more accelerated way. Also, you will find in the upcoming 2013 that there will be many events, global events of various natures that will give you the opportunity to decide how to define these things and what meaning you shall put into them. These will be global collective consciousness challenges that many of you will have the opportunity to face and redefine for yourselves in order to understand truly how to shift globally to different parallel Earths and get more and more of the reflection of the kind of parallel reality you prefer by giving more and more opportunity to assign positive meaning to many of the things that will occur. One of the upcoming events that shall begin to truly become predominant in your society, one orbit from now, at this time again in 2013, will be something that many of your astronomers and scientists have now begun to talk about, and that you have now labeled the Christmas Comet. For you shall have an opportunity for two possible realities with regard to the idea of a comet that is now approaching your world and shall round the sun, and shall have the opportunity to go in two different directions. Direction number one shall be that the comet will simply pass so close to your star that it will simply be absorbed by the star. This by itself shall have the opportunity to be given many different kinds of meanings, and we will discuss the depth of these ideas at another time as the comet approaches your world. The other option, the other parallel path available to you in the experience of the Christmas comet shall be that if it does not get absorbed by your star, it shall round your star so closely and pass by your planet closely enough that it shall be the brightest comet in your recorded history. You will be able to see and experience this with great wonder and great joy, and take it as a reflection from the cosmos in a variety of ways. Again, giving yourself an opportunity to experience this particular reflection in the heavens in a variety of ways, and an opportunity to assign a variety of meanings to it that shall be part and parcel of what you have decided for yourself in the year of 2013. So there is the Christmas comet that shall represent another splitting point. Even now, as your upcoming December 21st winter solstice date has been described by us as the idea of a splitting prism, where the tracks of the trains will leave the station and split and become divergent. The Christmas comet shall be another splitting point in one orbit that will give you the opportunity to experience parallel reality splits in a very new way, and we shall be discussing more information about this in the upcoming 2013 window. Give yourself thus then the opportunity to allow all of these changes to sink in, and there will be many more surprises upcoming, some of which will be announced in the upcoming December 21st and 22nd transmissions, things that have not been available to us to, in a sense, transmit to you, that will be able thus then to be transmitted at that time. During that transmission, we will have 4 surprise gifts for you during that transmission of information heretofore not available to be transmitted to your society. Thus then, we offer you the opportunity to become aligned with new information and new energy that shall uplift you to a new level so that you may experience 2013 in a holistically new way, and to generate with us and co-create with us new interactions with new formats and new flavors, and thus then allow yourself to truly begin to experience the seed of what your new era shall be, and begin to lay the foundations for new experiences that were not possible in the old paradigms. So we thank you for the opportunity to experience such exciting upliftment with you, and we now again extend our deep unconditional love and gratitude for your willingness to experience more and more of the collective energy of Earth and Essassani and Sirius. There shall also be in the upcoming year more opportunities to experience the idea of the energy of Sirius through the flow of water in a variety of ways. Pay attention to the changing weather patterns on your planet, for they are an indication of the new world building itself. And these changes, while they can occur in a variety of ways, will always give you the opportunity to adapt to them. If you are so aligned in a positive way of assigning positive definition to everything that occurs, you will always have the opportunity to adapt to the new world as it reforms itself, so that eventually you will be able to see the new world that you will be living in alongside those who are to come. We thank you for allowing us to deliver this information in this way, and now in return for this gift you have given to us, we ask, in what way may we now be of service to you through your questions and answers?